I had previously made a video on semen retention telling you that shame, guilt, and negative emotions can make you relapse because they bring you down. And when you're down, what happens on semen retention? You feel like you're not worthy. You get to a roadblock, you get to a challenge that feels too difficult. And because you're struggling, because you start to feel these emotions, these negative emotions that bring down your frequency, like I said, such as guilt and shame, that leads to a relapse because you feel powerful on semen retention and bam, 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 you're going to build momentum, you're going to keep going forward, you're going to make progress. But once you hit that wall, it's important that you don't let negative emotions bring you down, even into a mini depression, because what happens when you're feeling down, you kind of stop doing work, you kind of, you take it slow, you don't feel like I said, like you're worthy of this anymore. And once you stay in that state for too long, the relapse is inevitable. I spoke about this before. It's like you look for a way out because you're scared of the challenge. You don't know if you're going to be able to overcome it. So you look for a way to self-sabotage, a way to kind of escape from this. And that is often going to be a relapse. Now, let me share my own personal story of what happened in the last few days where I lived this exact situation. And this is regarding sports. So I like basketball. I've been playing basketball for the past around 6 years. I can't lie to you, I'm not the best player, but shit, in the last 2 days, it was literal humiliation. I played so bad, just playing with my friends, that I feel like they lost respect for me to some extent because, it's that pain of doing your absolute best, pushing, giving it your all, and still failing. I was missing layups. I was playing horrible, and I was getting passed on every play. And basically, if you don't know basketball, layup is like the easiest shot. Basically, I was taking loss after loss after loss in sports. And I kept going. I kept doing my best. And 2 days in a row, this happened. And we even played against some people. And they said, if we beat you, well, you guys have to go between our legs. Like they're standing like this. Imagine this is our legs. This is their legs. And we had to crawl underneath their legs. This was like a punishment for losing. And me and my friends lost, and I want to say it's partly my fault. Even though I played my best, we lost. The game was close, but still, we had to do somewhat of a humiliation ritual, and these things are painful, and yeah, it had me feeling down. It's like it's easy to fall into that state of, now I'm giving you this example for basketball or for a sport, and that might not be specifically relatable to you, but trust me how this applies to anything else. This could be for school, this could be for business, this could be for whatever you're working on. How when you're going to hit a wall, you might feel down, especially when you're on semen retention, right? And what was I going to say? Yeah, and it's easy to start feeling like, shit, I'm not worthy. Or what I'm trying to say is, you feel like, man, I've been putting all this work in for all these years just to not get any results. It could be the same for the gym when you're working out. Sometimes you feel down. It's like, shit, I've been working out for so long. I've been training so hard. I've been locked in with my diet. And sometimes you just look at your progress and you're like, fuck. You're like, fuck, man. Like, all this for that, and then that can kind of bring you into like a mini depression. And now let me tell you the solution, because it's easy to fall into that. And yeah, sure, I did feel that to some extent. I did feel a bit of shame. I did feel guilt. I did feel down for that. But instead of letting that consume me and bringing me down and then No, I don't feel worthy. I don't feel like I'm good enough. I don't want to make YouTube videos. I don't want to continue on semen retention. I don't want to do this. I don't want to work. Bam. And then I go completely crashing. Instead of that, you got to give yourself self-love, because that is going to be the title of the video. It's going to be, you are worthy on semen retention. No matter how many times you fall, you got to get back up and you got to keep walking. Right now, instead of being negative, I'm going to fight that self-hate, which is so easy to consume you, and I'm going to fight it with self-love. I'm going to tell myself that I'm going to keep doing my best. And if I want to improve, the only way is to keep on working, and I got to work smarter, not just harder. You got to see that if you're working hard and you're not getting any results, it's not only about working hard, it's about working smart. So, you got to rethink your plans. You got to optimize. You got to make everything work. So that's what I'm going to do for basketball. And yeah, that is today's lesson. To reiterate on semen retention, bam, you are powerful. You are making progress. But once you face challenges, you need to make sure that you don't give up. You don't get consumed by negative emotions, which will make you relapse. And you need to feel worthy. You need to love yourself. You need to fight self-hate with love. Love yourself. Think about things rationally. And know that, we're always harsher on ourselves than we are with other people. Why is that the case? If someone's telling you, oh, I failed at this, I failed at that, you're going to encourage them. You're going to be like, oh, it's okay. You'll do better next time. Or you should do this. You're never going to be harsh on them. You should do the same for yourself. You should take care of yourself. That's going to be it. So even if I suffered this failure, this humiliation, I'm still willing to share. I'm still willing to fight against it. I'm still willing to put in the work to make changes. And you just got to keep on. So you're hitting that wall continuously. You keep punching that wall until you get results. You might believe, but you're eventually going to beat that wall. And let me tell you, the results are across the wall. That's where your goals are. That's where everything is. And semen retention, bam, that's super strength. That's super speed. All right, I don't want to ramble on. Thank you for watching. If you want to support me, subscribe. That's how you invest in me. You invest in me for free. You click that subscribe button. You get to see my growth. We get to grow together. We get to elevate. Let's get this channel up and popping. Leave a like as well. And leave your thoughts in the comments. And I'll see you soon. Peace.